What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you guys, and today I'm here to do another video and collection video going over my 4K slash Blu-ray collection. We are almost done, guys. I have probably 3 more videos to do, including this one, so this one and then 2 more. Then I'm done with the main 4K slash Blu-ray collection. So thank you guys as always for watching. I really appreciate it. In this video, I'm just covering the letter S. I have a lot of movies that begin with the letter S, and then the next video is just going to be T's because I realize I have a good amount of T's. And then the last video is everything else, the rest of the letters. So I hope you guys have enjoyed these videos. Thank you guys so much for your support, watching the videos, liking, and commenting. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for more videos to come outside of the collection videos. Maybe an update soon, movie update, which I'll probably be doing possibly next week. So stay tuned for that. And let's get started, guys. So I have a lot of movies here, so I'm not going to talk about too much of that, or not. I'm not going to talk about all of them into detail. Maybe some of my favorite ones. So let's get started, guys. And the first one to begin with the letter S is Safe Haven. I'm a Nicholas Sparks fan. I love love stories, so that is a good one. Salem's Lot, the original movie or miniseries. Love that. San Andreas. The 20th anniversary of The Sandlot. Great movie. Then we got some Christmas titles. We got the Santa Claus trilogy. So we got the Santa Claus, Santa Claus 2, and Santa Claus 3. I love the first 2 movies, grew up with those. The third one I haven't seen all the way through. I actually just got that pretty cheap, and so I wanted to complete the trilogy. So I'll be watching that this December. The Ronin slash Code Red edition of Savage Streets. Great movie there. Quite possibly my favorite Linda Blair movie. Exorcist is a classic movie. I love it. But between Hell Night and Savage Streets, I go back and forth which one's my favorite from her. Saving Mr. Banks, the biopic that created Mary Poppins, the author, and Walt Disney. The Saw movies, looking forward to Spiral, but here is the collection, so the first 7 movies, and then Jigsaw. I haven't watched this one yet, so it's still in the shrink wrap, but it was $4.95 at Dollar General. Say Anything. I've yet to see that movie. Let me know if it's good. I haven't watched it yet. Then we got Scooby-Doo 1 and 2. Again, grew up with these movies, especially the first one. Second one's okay. Still love the first movie. I think it's actually one that holds up pretty well. Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Hilarious movie. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Drew a blank on that title for a second, but yeah, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Really good PG-13 horror movie. Not really a horror movie, I don't know. More thriller? I don't know. This is a really good, I guess you could call it a scary movie. Slash kind of children's book movie? Children's book adaptation? I don't know. I thought that movie was R-rated when we saw it. It is definitely a PG-13 movie, but a very strong PG-13 movie, not horror movie. Then we got the Scream collection. So the first 3 movies and 2 documentaries, and then Scream 4. Love that series. Looking forward to seeing what they do with Scream 5. Second act. Then we got the 2 Sex and the City movies. Big fan of the show and the movies. I know the second movie's not as good as the first one, but I still enjoy it. She's Out of My League. That's a great movie. Very underrated modern comedy. The Shallows. Very cool shark movie. Shape of Water. Haven't seen that since it came out. I need to go back and rewatch it. Shazam, surprisingly really good. Very funny. Then we got one of my favorite love stories and favorite LGBTQ films, Shelter. Love that. The Shining 4K Steelbook from Best Buy. Definitely a must for 4K fans if you're getting into it. Definitely like top 5, top 10 for me at least. Shockwaves, great movie there from Blue Underground. This is guilty pleasureness. It's also, I think it's a gay iconic film, especially the character Naomi. And I'm going to cover it up a little bit, but Showgirls. Yes, she's become a gay icon, so yeah, it's a guilty pleasure movie of mine. Shrek Collection, love that series. Overall, love the series. Again, grew up with those movies. Shudder, the American version, Dollar General pickup. I've seen the movie before, actually really enjoy it, but I have not watched the Blu-ray yet, so it was a good price though. Shutter Island, great Leonardo DiCaprio movie and Martin Scorsese film. Very underrated from the director. This one doesn't get a lot of talk as much as it should. The Criterion edition of Silence of the Lambs. Silent Hill. I haven't seen this one yet. My buddy Lewis just picked this one up for me recently. Silent Rage with Chuck Norris. So this one kind of has a cult following, so looking forward to checking it out. Just looks like a good time, so looking forward to watching that. I love the VHS slipcovers. Another Ronin Flicks / Code Red pickup, or Scorpion, and that is Silent Scream, which is a really good movie. I really enjoyed that film. So it is, when you first see the movie, you think it's a slasher movie, but it's also a thriller. So it's not a complete slasher film. But I love Silent Scream. It gets better with each viewing. Silver Linings Playbook, definitely top 50 favorite films for me. Love that film. Simple Favor. Then we got Sin City, which one of my favorite movies of all time, and its sequel, A Dame to Kill For, which isn't as good as the first movie, but still not a bad film. I think it just came out too late, so. Sinister, just the first movie, not a fan of the sequel, but love the first movie, still very creepy and effective with each viewing. 16 Candles. Thought about picking up the Arrow edition. You know, I like to get them when they're on sale, so let me know if it's worth picking up. I'm a big 16 Candles fan. Love that movie. It's a great one. The Sixth Sense. Picked this one up last year, I believe, and I've only seen this movie twice. I saw it when it first came out, rewatched it last year again after I think over 20 years, and I love this movie. That was so good. Then we got two movies out of a collection. I have the box set up at the top. I just have these on individual Blu-ray. That is Skyfall, which hands down, it goes back and forth between this and Casino Royale. Casino Royale. Which one's my favorite of the Bond series? I love those two movies the most. And then we got Spectre, which wasn't as strong as Skyfall. I mean, this was the follow-up. However, not a bad movie. I know this one gets a lot more hate than it deserves. I really enjoy it, but I love Skyfall. Looking forward to No Time to Die. So I know that's probably going to get pushed back, but looking forward to seeing that when it does come out. Then we got Skyline, which is an underrated sci-fi film. I had a blast with the movie. Not perfect, but still good. Skyscraper? Almost said that title wrong. Skyscraper. Great movie, though. Really enjoy that. And we got The Sleeper, which is a great 2000 slasher movie. Justin Russell, love you. Hopefully, maybe you're watching this, I don't know. But I love The Sleeper. Sleeping Beauty, one of my favorite Disney films. Sleeping with the Enemy, great Julia Roberts movie, underrated one. Definitely a top, I'd say probably even top 5 Tim Burton movies. I had to go back and think about that, but definitely in my top 10 for sure. Sleepy Hollow, very cool overall packaging, but they could have done a better job. Well, I kind of blame Walmart for it, because when I got it, Walmart put it in one of those plastic cases and it kind of damaged it up a little bit. Not bad though, I got it for $12, so not a bad price. Love Sleepy Hollow. Snatched, great movie there. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, love that. Great cartoon, classic. Then we got its live action movies. We got Snow White and the Huntsman. Really enjoy that film. Definitely not a film I love, but I do really enjoy it. Now, this is probably a very rare opinion, but I do love Huntsman Winter's War, which is a follow-up to Snow White and the Huntsman. I love it. I had a good time with this movie, so that's a unpopular opinion, but I had a great time with it. Then we got Solar Babies, just a fun 80s fantasy action movie. Nothing too special, but I remember this one from YouTube a long time ago. I think it was Ricky Shore Sings the Blues. I saw one of their clips, and they showed a clip of Solar Babies, and I was like, what is that? And looked it up and watched it. It's a fun movie. Some Like It Hot, great movie, classic film. This is the Criterion edition. Definitely worth picking up if you've never seen the movie. This is one of my feel-good movies. Like, whenever I just need a film to put a smile on my face, Something Borrowed is one of those movies. Definitely top 10 feel-good movies. I love Something Borrowed. Again, unpopular opinion, but I love that movie. Then we got a signed copy from Brooke Stevens. I met her, of Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball-orama. Fun 80s cheese, good time. She had that at her table, so I bought it, and she signed it for me, so really sweet person. Sorority Row, great movie there. This is a remake to House on Sorority Row. Love this. Then we got the classic Sound of Music, great movie there. Then we got a whole bunch of Spider-Man. Now, I keep all my Spider-Man films together, including the Amazing Spider-Man movies. So, starting with the Sam Raimi trilogy, you have Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 3. Love the first 2 movies. The third one's actually one I really enjoy. Yeah, it's got some problems in it, but I don't think it's as bad as other people think it is. I know that Sam Raimi kind of, based on what the studio wanted, had to change some stuff, so it wasn't his complete vision that he wanted to do, but I really enjoy it. Then we got The Amazing Spider-Man, which this is a pretty good movie. It gets better with each viewing. And again, an unpopular opinion, Amazing Spider-Man 2, I really enjoyed this movie. Now, granted, I haven't seen it in like 4 years. I have a good time with it. I think it's definitely the better of the 2 movies. However, I do not like cliffhanger endings when they don't finish a series. So, that's the only downside with that. Then we got the Tom Holland movies. We got Spider-Man Homecoming, which, again, gets better with each viewing. I think, though, that it was just too soon to introduce Spider-Man. Now, that being said, Tom Holland is definitely a better Peter Parker / Spider-Man. I think he's great. I think he's better than Andrew Garfield. I just think when I saw this movie, I just still remembered the Amazing Spider-Man movies, so I think it was a little bit too soon. Still, it works really well within the MCEU universe. And good movie there. Spider-Man Far From Home. Loved this movie. Absolutely loved it. I know that one, again, kind of an unpopular opinion. Most people prefer Homecoming. I prefer Far From Home. And then we got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Really good movie there. Kind of surprised me just because, well, for one, I like cartoons, but the way that, they animated this movie, I'm kind of 50-50 with that type of animation. That, and I never really followed the comic books, so I didn't know the extended universe that's out there, but really enjoyed it. So, good movie. Then we got Split. Great movie there. I know I need to put like the trilogy together. That's one series that I should put them all together, but I think what I love about Unbreakable, Split, and Glass is even though they're all connected, they all feel like their own movies, and that's a great trilogy there. Spy, fun Melissa McCarthy movie, one of her better ones. Stage Fright, great movie, great giallo slasher movie. And then a movie that's not a remake, but it's called Stage Fright. Picked this one up, or my buddy Lewis got that for me at the Dollar Tree. Still have yet to watch it, but that was in my latest update. Stephen King's The Stand, the original miniseries. I actually rewatched this about 3 months ago, and it is still really good. Some outdated effects, but definitely one of the better Stephen King miniseries. And then if you just want to look at it as kind of his live action movies or adaptations, this is definitely, or his movie book adaptations, there we go. This is definitely one of the better ones. Top 10 for me. Really enjoyed The Stand, great cast. Stand By Me, another book to movie adaptation from Stephen King. I think this one's based on one of his shorts, but Stand By Me, great movie. Then we have so many different Star Wars Born movies here, different adaptations. I don't have the original film. Eventually I'll pick it up. But I do have the Judy Garland one, which, fantastic film. Loved it. Why it took me so long to watch it, I don't know, but I was a big fan of that one. This one, not so much. Great cast, but decent version, and that is the 70s one. I just think you could tell they had problems making the movie behind the scenes, and you see it through the film. Decent film, not one I'm going to go to a lot, but this digibook, both of these were actually on sale when my FYU was closing. I think this one was like $13.48, this one was $12.48, so great deal there. Those are hard to come by. I know you can get them on Blu-ray, but the digibooks are out of print. Now, my favorite version of The Star Is Born is the Bradley Cooper Lady Gaga one, and I have two different editions. So this is the 4K Steelbook that came out from Best Buy. I love it. Love this movie. My favorite film from 2018. And then you have the Encore edition, which was on sale for like $12.98 at Best Buy a long time ago. I still have yet to watch the Encore edition, but that's going to be the one I watch next when I do revisit the movie. Absolutely love this movie. Again, like the Judy Garland one, just a fantastic film, in my opinion. Alright, then we got the newer Star Trek movies. Now, I'm not the biggest Star Trek fan. Maybe one day I'll dive into the previous two kind of chapters, the original and then the kind of next generation ones. I'll probably watch those at some point. But I'm a huge fan of the newer movies. So the first two directed by J.J. Abrams. First one being the best out of the trilogy. It is great. Again, unpopular opinion, I love Into Darkness. I know a lot of people for some reason don't like it. I think there's a lot of positives over cons with this movie, pros over cons, but I'm a big fan of that. And then this one is directed by Justin Lin, and that is Beyond, and I love Beyond. Again, great movie. I need to go back and watch these. It's been a while, but I was a big fan of all those films. I don't know which one's my favorite, though. I really don't. I love that trilogy right there. Again, I'll dive into the original movies and then the Patrick Stewart ones sometime down the road, but not anytime soon. No disrespect to those. I'm more of a Star Wars fan over Star Trek, and I was really surprised at how much I loved the newer movies, the newer Star Trek movies. So, speaking of Star Wars, so the first 6 movies I have up at the top, my box set up there. But I have the latest ones here. So, we got The Force Awakens. And I do have Rise of a Skywalker up at the top. That's the Target exclusive big digibook. So I just placed it up at the top for showcase. But we got Force Awakens. I love it. I know it's kind of a remake of the original film, but I still love the movie. Great cast, great story. Definitely one of my top favorites. Absolutely love that movie. And then I'm going to go by the order that these movies came out. So we got Star Wars Rogue One. Again, love the film. Invested in actually all the characters I was invested in. And just a great, spin-off movie that fits really good within the original universe, or the original trilogy. So love that. Original saga. Or just the saga in general. Just the whole entire saga. Again, an unpopular opinion. I'm just going to say it right now. It's not my favorite Star Wars movie. Actually, that's still Empire Strikes Back. But my second favorite Star Wars movie, still today, and I've seen this movie 3 or 4 times. The Last Jedi. I know Rian Johnson, he changed quite a bit, but I love it. There's something about it I love. The first, I think this is why it's my second favorite. I think the first 20 minutes of the movie is still kind of like, I don't get into very much, but after that, I love it. And, when my store was closing, these 4Ks, this one and the next one, were $5.99, so amazing deal. But yeah, I had to get this on 4K, upgrade it. I haven't watched the 4K yet. I think I'm going to go back and revisit the entire saga soon. But I love Last Jedi, so I will defend that movie. I love it. I know a lot of people don't. Again, unpopular opinion. And then the last of besides Rise of Skywalker, one of the last ones, one I really enjoyed. I've only seen it once. I need to go back and watch it. That is Solo, A Star Wars Story. Again, more pros than cons. Not perfect, but I think just a fun Star Wars movie. I think this one is just a blast. The lead actor, Eldon, I'm not even going to pronounce his last name. Probably butchered his first name. Great. Han Solo, he did a great job. I thought he did a really good job playing a younger Han Solo. Great cast, and overall, a really fun movie. The Stepfather remake, fun movie again. I love a fun thriller. I enjoyed that one. This is a double feature with Stepmom and The End of the Ocean, The Deep End of the Ocean. Seen them both, but I got it for Stepmom. I love Stepmom. I remember The Deep End of the Ocean being a good movie, though. But I put it in the S's for Stepmom. I'm more of a fan of that one. Love that film. Great movie here. I watched it a couple years ago, and it still holds up really well. Star of Echoes. Love that movie. Kevin Bacon, one of his best. Straw Dogs, the remake. Funny enough, though, when I got this at a used movie store, or used game and movie store, it only came with the original Straw Dogs, which was bizarre. I guess they didn't know it was the original. So when I was at Dollar General one day, they had a remake. So it's a double feature pack. I have not seen the original yet. I hear it's really intense but a great movie. I went out to see the remake because I was hearing really good things about the remake. So really enjoyed the remake. Going to give the original film a watch at some point. An underrated Zack Snyder movie. I feel like most of his movies are, but Sucker Punch. A lot of fun. Great action. Story's not perfect, but I saw it in theaters and had a blast with it. Again, unpopular opinion here. Definitely probably my least favorite out of the new DC movies, but I really enjoy Suicide Squad. So I did a buy two, get a third movie free deal at a place called Game Exchange. So I got Suicide Squad for free. It was $12.98, but I got it for free on 4K. Have yet to watch it on 4K, but I own all of the new DC movies on 4K, so had to get that. And then I got the original edition I had, which was the Best Buy exclusive digibook. So it's no, this was Target. Sorry, Target. Real shame that they're not doing the digibooks anymore. Birds of Prey. I didn't even bother getting the edition that they had at Target because it wasn't the digibook, and same with Shazam. So I have one more to find, and that's Wonder Woman, and then I have all the digibooks. I have Wonder Woman on 4K, but I have the rest of the movies on digibook, the ones that have come out, so I need to find the digibook for Wonder Woman. Really cool metal pack, which you don't see a lot of these, but Super 8. My favorite J.J. Abrams movie. Love that film, so big fan of that. Very underrated. If you've never seen Super 8, or say it's been a long time since you've watched it, go back and check that out. Then we got one of my guilty pleasures. Now, I'm not even going to call it a guilty pleasure, just one of my favorite films and childhood favorite movies, Supergirl. I know it's got a lot of problems. I grew up with the movie. I love Supergirl. Great Blu-ray, by the way. Some really good extras. A lot of archival extras, but really good ones that a lot of people probably haven't seen, so this would be an interesting pickup. But you also get two cuts of the movies. I believe you get the director's cut on DVD, and then the international cut on Blu-ray. So I think this was like $14, so pick that up. If you're a Supergirl fan, if you like anything in the Supergirl, Superman universe, it's worth getting. Real quickly, I'm going to go over this, but I did mention it in my 4K video. That's Superman on 4K, a must-own, looks and sounds fantastic. Another one I mentioned in my 4K video, the original Suspiria. So I got the 4K, which, again, top 5 for me. Love the sound, love the picture quality. And then I got the Synapse. So this is Synapse as well, but I got the Steelbook that came out first. Great 4K upscale transfer. Not true 4K, but it's still, again, if this is fantastic, I'm going to say this is amazing. So if you don't want to spend the $30 on Suspiria, if you still have this edition, or say if you have the standard Synapse edition, either one's fine. They all look great, but I kept this because this was an awesome steelbook. Love it. So, and the 4K does not have a Blu-ray version of the movie with that edition, but you do get that edition there. So if you want to keep your Blu-ray, because the 4K doesn't have it, just hold on to that Blu-ray pretty much. Remake of Suspiria, love the movie. Underrated remake, but I think more people, when they see it, they're loving it. I was a big fan of it. Definitely different from Dario's version, but Luca Guadagnino did a great job with that. And then the last movie, Can't Go Wrong with Superbad. There we go. So, and great comedy. Anyway, guys, I don't want the video to cut off. I'm going on 30 minutes. I talked about pretty much every one of these movies. But I love making these videos. I have a lot of fun. Two more to go, guys. And then I think in October, I'm going to save the Scream Factory stuff for October. It's perfect for Halloween, the October season. So 2 more on the main shelf, guys. I'm almost done. Thank you once again for watching these videos and hopefully enjoying them. I appreciate it. So as always, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. In with the positive, out with the negative. Go eat some Skittles, and much love to you all. Bye, guys.